Welcome back, Gunpla fans, and if you're a fan of the RX-78-2 and love a well-executed Master Grade kit, then buckle up because the Origin version is here to impress. This kit builds up beautifully, and while I know I've said that before, trust me, this one truly delivers. From enhanced articulation to solid construction and crisp panel detailing, this Master Grade takes the classic design we all know and gives it some much-needed upgrades. Whether it's the improved leg articulation, the rock-solid torso design, or the satisfying build process, there's a lot to love here. That said, it's not without its quirks. Like those fully articulated hands that are more of a hassle than a highlight, those are terrible. But overall, this kit brings a level of quality that makes it stand out among its Master Grade predecessors. So is it worth the build? What features shine and what could have been better? Let's break it all down. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, getting into the head and neck unit, this is iconic. We know this. This head unit is iconic and arguably one of the most recognizable designs in all of mecha history. And while we've seen it recreated across multiple gunpla grades, this particular version gives us a bit more detail to work with. Panel lining opportunities are there? Absolutely. There are plenty of little nooks and recessed areas that really come to life with a bit of extra work. Are there downsides? No, not really. Though if Bandai had just added a little bit more panel lining, this would have been enhanced even further. And now the neck unit is where things get a little more interesting. Bandai actually designed it to accommodate an LED, thanks to a clear neck peg that allows light to shine through. That said, this kit itself doesn't include the LED, so if you want that extra bit of flair, you'll have to grab one separately. Personally, I passed on it, but if you're into lighting effects, it's a cool customization option. And beyond that, the articulation here is really impressive. The neck has an almost full range of movement, unlike the older Master Grade RX-78-2 version 1.5, which means you can get some dynamic and natural looking poses straight out of the box. And at the arm units, there's no surprises here. The kit delivers exactly what you'd expect from a Master Grade, and that's a really good thing. Full articulation offers great posing potential, with excellent range of motion for both dynamic and subtle stances, and there's also those great double-jointed elbows. They're perfect for dynamic poses and dramatic poses. The build quality is solid, with secure joints that hold up well even with weapons and shields, staying sturdy and stable without balancing issues. The fully articulated fingers sound great in theory, but in practice they can be a bit frustrating. Despite impressive engineering, they fall off a lot, making posing a hassle. Unless you leave them and set them once, you'll likely find yourself constantly reattaching them. It's a feature that sounds good on paper, but doesn't quite deliver in execution. One of the best decisions Bandai made with this kit, ditching the core fighter as a structural base for the torso. If you've ever built Master Grade RX-72 kits before, especially the older versions, you know that incorporating a core fighter can sometimes be a double-edged sword. While it's a neat gimmick, it often compromises the articulation of the kit. This kit sidesteps that issue entirely, allowing for a more flexible and solid build. The torso feels more secure, and there's no awkward shifting or instability when you pose it. It just simply works. The waist unit stays familiar, but it's refined in all the right ways. The skirting armor moves independently, allowing you to adjust it as needed. This enhances posing by giving the legs a wider range of motion, enabling deeper stances and more dynamic poses without obstruction. It's a small improvement, but it makes a big difference in articulation. If you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. It really does help out, and you won't miss any future updates that are coming. Feel free to leave a comment too. I'd really love to hear what your thoughts are and have a conversation if you'd like. So with the leg units here, this is where the one area really shines in this kit. Bandai nailed the design, making them one of the strongest points of the build. Full range of motion, you've got that absolutely. You get impressive flexibility for deep stances and dynamic poses without any of that restriction. Stability, absolutely another big check mark. Unlike other Master Grade kits, this one stays rock solid, and even with weapons or shifting weight onto one leg, man, compared to the Master Grade RX-72 version 1, this is a massive and drastic improvement. Posing is effortless with no balance issues or loose joints. Panel separation is top tier, standing out among Master Grade and Real Grade counterparts alike. And detail work is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Perfect, absolutely perfect for panel lining. That all said, the feet can be a bit deceiving, and you'd expect greater articulation here, but the movement is limited, making certain extreme poses trickier. It's a minor letdown, but not a deal breaker. Alright, here at the weapons and gimmicks, and I'll be honest, I don't always build every weapon, especially when they're just standard beam rifles and bazookas, but for this build, my focus was on the shoulder cannon, and right out of the box, it looks great with crisp detailing and easy assembly. However, it lacks articulation. You'd expect more movement, but it's locked in place with minimal side-to-side movement, though you get up and down, which feels like a missed opportunity compared to the high-grade RX-78-GE, which had a pivoting cannon for better positioning, even though that kit is newer. As for the other weapons, beam sabers, standard. They work, but nothing special. Shield, the classic design. Stays secure, does the job, but no upgrades. Bazooka and rifles, included, but not groundbreaking, so ultimately I skipped them. Overall, the shoulder cannon's design is solid, but the lack of articulation is disappointing, especially with the high level of detail and movement elsewhere in the kit. It's a good weapons loadout, but if you're after dynamic poses, it might feel a little limiting. So, some additional thoughts here. With this kit, there are no waterslide decals. Instead, Bandai gives you these stickers, which honestly aren't great. They're thick, they're not that amazing, and they just don't look good whenever taking photos. They stand out too much. So if you want that clean, professional look, do yourself a favor, grab yourself some Delphi water slides from New Type US or another third-party source. They will make a huge difference, giving the kit a more polished and realistic appearance. There's also no LED included, as we discussed earlier. While Bandai designed the torso to accommodate an LED, you'll have to buy it separately if you want to use that feature. And here's the catch. You either install it during the build, or you'll need to disassemble the torso later, which can be a bit of a hassle. If lighting effects are your thing, it's a cool option, but it's not a must-have. And finally, once you've applied all your decals, seal everything in with a matte varnish. The result, a stunning flat finish that eliminates the plastic sheen and makes all the panel details and decals pop. It's a small extra step, but it goes a long way making your build look next level. Alright, so in closing, despite a few minor gripes, this kit is an absolute win. The articulation is smooth and highly posable. The build quality feels solid without any frustrating loose parts, and the level of detail is impressive, making it one of the best master-grade RX-78 kits to date. Bandai really refined the design here, improving on past versions while staying true to the classic look. And so if you're a fan of the origin aesthetic or just want a master-grade RX-78 that does justice to the legend, this kit is absolutely worth your time. The experience of putting it together is rewarding, and the final product looks fantastic. Whether you're displaying it straight build or going all in with panel lining and decals. Would I recommend it? Absolutely, 100%. Just do yourself a favor. Skip the stickers, consider the LED only if you're committed, and get ready for an incredibly satisfying build from start to finish. And guys, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. It does a world of good. So, thank you. Keep on building, and I'll see you later.